Hello students, welcome to our history class series. In this class, we will discuss the part second of the Mughal Empire. In the previous class, we have discussed part 1 of Mughal Empire where we have discussed the actual linkage of Mughals in with Genghis Khan and Timur. We also discussed the first battle of Panipat. After winning first battle of Panipat, Babur established Mughal Empire in India. Also, we have discussed some important points related to the Babur, the important battles like Battle of Khanwa, Chanderi, and Battle of Ghagra, which is related to the Babur. Also, a book known as Babur Nama and cultural impact of the Babur, how Babur established Persian culture and language in India. Then we have also discussed that the basically second ruler of the Mughal Empire, who was Humayun, how Humayun was defeated by under Battle of Chosta and Battle of Kannauj by Shah Suri, and how Humayun regained the empire also. So in today's session, we will discuss in second part, we will discuss the next ruler who is Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. So in today's class, we will discuss the three major Mughal empire, emperor or Mughal ruler, their administration as well as some social reforms, which is basically uh, started by these Mughal rulers. So in today's class, we will start it with Akbar until Shah Jahan. So let's start the session. So in this class, we will discuss about the some facts related to the Akbar, some administrative reforms which are done by Akbar. Also, we will discuss some religious and social policies like basically Deen-e-Ilahi started by Akbar and some social policies which are started by Akbar. Death and legacy of the Akbar. Then we will discuss some points related to the Jahangir, especially 12 ordinances which are passed by Jahangir and Jahangir painting during the time of Jahangir. We will also discuss some points related to Shah Jahan, reason and administrative policies of the Shah Jahan, as well as some military campaigns and expansion started by Shah Jahan. So these are the topics we will cover in today's class. So the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property right of the original creator and owner of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in our slide deck and have any concern or issue, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So let's start with the Akbar. Akbar, who was also known as Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, who was born in 1542 in Sindh and he was died in 1605. So the father of the Akbar was Humayun, as we discussed after the Battle of Kannauj. Humayun left Delhi and Delhi was directly captured by Shah Suri and he went to the Persia. He spent some day in Sindh also and where Akbar was born. So Akbar was born on 15th of October 1542 in Umarkot, Sindh, modern day Pakistan. He was the son of Humayun and the Hamida Bano Begum. So his mother name was Hamida Bano Begum and his father was Humayun. Clear? Okay. Next is accession to throne. As we all discussed that due to an accident during falling from horse in Deenpana Bhavan known as Delhi Fort, Humayun was died in 1556. At that time, Akbar was very young. So accessed the throne on February 11, 1556 at the age of 13 after the death of his father falling from stairs. He was basically guided by his general or basically the military head Bairam Khan. So his initially political guru was Bairam Khan. Bairam Khan, who was a trusted guardian and general, served as his regent and helped consolidate his early rule. Second Battle of Panipat in 1556, November 1556. So we have discussed first Battle of Panipat, which was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi in 1526. After first Battle of Panipat, basically Babur captured or established the Mughal Empire in India. as we discussed, there was a Suri dynasty in 1555. Humayun again came with the help of Persian king. He attacked on the son of basically Shah Suri, known as Sikandar Suri, in 1556 5. He killed Sikandar Suri and he again recaptured Delhi. So in 1556, November 1556, after the death of Humayun, the Babur became the next ruler, and the general of basically Adil Shah Suri, Hemu, attack on Babur and attack on Akbar, and this battle is known as the Second Battle of Panipat. The Second Battle of Panipat fought against Hemu, who was the Hindu general and chief minister of Adil Shah Suri. Basically, in this Second Battle of Panipat, Akbar killed with the help of Bairam Khan Hemu, and victory success Akbar position and laid the foundation of further expansion. Clear? So we can say the Akbar region was started with the Second Battle of Panipat. Next, some military campaigns and conquest of the Akbar. So he expanded the Mughal Empire across northern India, central and western India. He notable conquest include Gujarat, Bengal, Rajasthan, and some part of Deccan. In fact, after winning Gujarat, he established the Buland Darwaja. The Buland Darwaja was constructed by the Akbar after victoring or after winning Gujarat territory. What are the key military strategies which are used by Akbar and other Mughal rulers? So, key military strategies: efficient use of cavalries and artilleries, formation of alliance through marriage and diplomacy with Rajput states also. So, he basically formed some military, basically diplomatic alliance with Rajput state of through matrimonial or marriage proposal. Clear? Now, next is what are the administrative reforms which are done by the Akbar. So Akbar is known for his administrative reforms as well as some religious and social policies. So first we will discuss some administrative reforms, then we will discuss some religious and social reforms which are done by Akbar. So his centralized administration was very powerful. So he introduced a centralized administration system with a hierarchical structure. He divided the empire into provinces, and these provinces were known as the subhas, and each governed by a subedar. So he divided empire administration or empire territory into different provinces, and these provinces were known as the subhas, and the head or the subhas were directly governed by the subedar. Clear? He also started Mansabdari system. What was the Mansabdari system which was started by the Akbar? So Mansab means the division of the officers according to their rank is known as the Mansabdari system. So he introduced Mansabdari system where he divided the officers or the Mansabdars into rank according to their position. So he implemented the Mansabdari system, a military and administrative framework. Mansabdar were rank official responsible for maintaining the specified number of troops. Clear? Also, he established some revenue reforms which were known as the Tehsal system or Japti system. So he introduced the Tehsal system for land revenue assessment. Okay, during the time of Akbar, Todalmal was the finance minister of the Akbar. So Todalmal basically introduced a Tehsal system which is known as the basically land revenue system, where according to the production of the particular place, Todalmal implemented land. Means, let's suppose if there is a place or there is a agriculture land which is most fertile, but there is a agriculture land which is less fertile, then the tax or the revenue will be collected according to the land fertility, and this system is known as the Tehsal system. So based on crop yield and price over a 10 year of period, they ensure fair taxation. The tax will be imposed according to the crop yield or the productivity of the particular field. Clear? So in administrative reforms, there are two major administrative reforms which are basically started by Akbar. The first is Mansabdari system and the second is revenue system. Next is some religious and social policies. First, we have to understand in 1564 approximately, Akbar stopped the system and basically slavery system, we can say. In 1565, or basically in 1564 also, Akbar abolished jizya tax, which was previously started by Muhammad bin Qasim, expanded by Alauddin Khilji, and also imposed on Brahmins by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So Akbar basically completely prohibited jizya tax. Also, he established policy of Sulh Kul, which is known as the universal peace. So he promoted religious tolerance and secular governance, as well as he also abolished the jizya tax, which was imposed on non-Muslims, and he also welcomed diverse religious practice at court. Clear? He also established a religion which is known as a Deen-e-Ilahi religion, which is basically encouraged the ethical and moral principle common to different faiths. So in 1582, he established Deen-e-Ilahi Dharma, a syncretic religion aimed to bridge difference between various religions. This religion was adopted by 19 people, and the first person who adopted Deen-e-Ilahi Dharma was Akbar himself, and the first woman was his mother, Hamida Bano Begum. Also, basically, the main Purohit was Abul Fazl. So, this religion encourages ethical and moral principle common to different faiths. Social reforms, he prohibited practice like sati pratha and child marriage. He also promoted widow remarriage and the education for women. Some art and architecture related, which are established by basically Akbar. So he fostered the development of Mughal architecture. He basically established a structure like Fatehpur Sikri was established by Akbar. He also basically established Agra Fort, Humayun Tomb, the Mirror Fort, as well as he established Jama Mosque in Delhi. Jama Mosque in Agra. He also established Jodha Bai Fort, Agra Red Fort, Lahore Fort in Lahore, as well as he also established Allahabad Fort. He patronized artists, leading to the flourish of Mughal painting and miniature arts. Some literature and learning. He established libraries, and he also encouraged translation of texts from Sanskrit, Persian, and Arabic. Promoted a cultural renaissance by blending Persian and Indian influence. Clear? Okay. Next, death and legacy. On October 27, 1605 in Agra, he was died, and his tomb was, or basically he buried in Akbar's tomb as Sikandar near Agra. Akbar was known as the Akbar Great. His reign is considered a golden age of the Mughal Empire, as there were 9 famous personalities who was known as the Navratnas during the time of Akbar. So Akbar was also known as his administrative reforms, such some social reforms, as well as some religious reforms. Clear? Also, Tansen was the one of the major, basically, Navratnas of the Akbar, who wrote Miyaki Todi, Miyaka Sarang, and Miyaka Malhar. A part of Tansen, Abul Fazl, Faizi, Birbal, Todalmar, Raja Man Singh, Fakir Azuddin, Mulla Do Pyaza were some other personalities who was the part of Akbar court. He left a legacy of strong central governance, some religious tolerance, as well as some cultural achievement. After the death of Akbar in 1605, he was succeeded by his son Jahangir, who continued his policy to some extent. So now we have to discuss some points related to the Jahangir. Clear? So these are the important points related to the Akbar which we have discussed. Let's start Jahangir. Jahangir, who was also known as Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir, who was born in 1569 and died in 1627. So Jahangir was born in August 31, 1569 in Fatehpur Sikri Fort. Son of Emperor Akbar, and his mother was Maryam Uz Zamani, who was also known as Jodhabai, who was a Rajput princess. Clear? Accession to the throne. He ascended the throne on November 3, 1605 after the death of his father. He also adopted the title like Jahangir, which meaning is conqueror of the world. Also, Jahangir was also known as the chain of justice, as he was known for his justice policies and the 12 ordinance which was passed by Jahangir for social welfare. Clear? So now let's understand some political stabilities and administration of the Jahangir. He continued his father means Akbar policy of centralization and maintained the administrative framework. He relied heavily on his minister, particularly his wife Noor Jahan, who wielded significant influence in court politics. So his wife name was Noor Jahan, also known as Mehrunisha, who belongs to the Afghanistan, but after the who was the wife of Jahangir minister Ali Quli Beg. After the death of Jahangir minister, Jahangir married to Noor Jahan or Mehrunisha. Some judicial reforms during the time of Jahangir. He introduced the chain of justice, means Janjeer-e-Idal, which follow common people to seek the emperor justice directly. He also passed 12 ordinances for public welfare. Promoted fairness and accountability in the judicial system as well as some religious policies. He followed a policy of relative religious tolerance similar to Akbar, allow the practice of different religion but reverse some of Akbar's more liberal policies such as the abolition of jizya also. Clear? So judicial reform, chain of justice, and he also established some religious policies in the administration. Next, some military campaign and expansion of the Jahangir, conquest and rebellion. He successfully quelled several internal rebellions, including those led by his son Khusro Mirza. So basically, in 1606, his son attacked on Jahangir as his son wants to capture the complete empire. So he basically defeated his son. Expanded Mughal influence in the Deccan and maintained control over the northern and western region. He was also known with the conflict with son as with Sikhs ordered the execution of Guru Arjan Dev, the fifth Guru in 1606, leading to a strained relation with the Sikh community. So he basically killed the fifth Guru of Sikhism, who was Guru Arjan Dev. Why Jahangir killed the fifth Guru of Sikhism? In 1606, as his son, as I told you, his son attacked on Jahangir. The son was supported by Guru Arjan Dev, who was the fifth Guru or the fifth Sikh Guru. When Jahangir get to know that his son was supported by the Sikh fifth Guru, then Jahangir killed Guru Arjan Dev, or he executed Guru Arjan Dev. Cultural contribution. Jahangir was a great patron of the art, particularly painting. In his book Tujo Ke Jahangir, he also mentioned some important points related to the painting. The Mughal painting flourished under his reign with a focus on detailed patronage, naturalistic themes, and court scenes as well as architecture. He continued the architecture legacy of his predecessor, though on a smaller scale. Notable construction include the Shalimar Garden in Kashmir and Tomb of Itmad-ud-Dola in Agra, often known as a baby Taj, was also established by Jahangir. Clear? Literature. Jahangir was a lover of literature and wrote his biography Tujo Jahangiri, provide insight into his reason and personal life. According to some historians, this book was written by Mot Bind Khan. He promoted Persian literature and commissioned translation of work from different languages. Diplomacy and trade. He maintained diplomatic relations with foreign powers, including the Portuguese, British, and Dutch, as British established their administration during the time of Jahangir, especially Thomas Roe. He granted trading right to the British East India Company, leading to the increased European influence in India also. Clear. Death. On October 28, 1627, near Bhimbar, which is modern day in Pakistan, he died and he buried in Shahadra Bagh, Lahore, in a tomb that is a fine example of Mughal architecture. You can see also. Legacy. Jahangir regain is remembered for his patronage of the art, administrative stability, and the consolidation of Mughal power. His policies laid the groundwork for the continued prosperity and expansion of the Mughal Empire under his son and successor, Shah Jahan. So, after the death of Jahangir, Shah Jahan, his son, who was known as Khusro, became the next ruler. So Shah Jahan, who was born in 1592 and died in 1666, Shahabuddin Muhammad Shah Jahan. So he was born in 1592 in Lahore. He was the son of Jahangir and Rajput princess Jagat Gosai, who was also known as Bilkis Makani. Ascended the throne on January 1960 28 after a series of struggle and conflict with his brother for succession. He adopted the title Shah Jahan, meaning king of the world. Clear? So after the death of his father, he basically ascended the throne after a series of struggle and conflict with his brother for succession. Next, reason and administrative policies of the Shah Jahan. He continued the centralized policies which was established by Akbar. He strengthened the administrative system and ensured efficient governance through the Mansabdari system. Maintain a strong military and expanded the Mughal Empire. Some economical policies which are started by basically Shah Jahan, he promoted trade and commerce. He ensured the prosperity of the empire through a well-regulated revenue system. So he established a well-regulated revenue system. Military campaign and expansion. So he expanded the Mughal Empire to a great extent, especially in the southern region of India. He conquered territory in Deccan, including Bijapur and Golconda. He faced revolts and conflicts in various regions but maintained control through strategic military action. He fought against the Portuguese to control trade routes and territories in Gujarat and Bengal also. Clear? So expanded the Mughal Empire to its greatest extent. He also conquered some territories in Deccan, including Bijapur and Golconda. Also, he fought against Portuguese to control the trade routes, and he also captured Gujarat and Bengal, or some part of Gujarat and Bengal, from Portuguese. Next is architecture and cultural contribution. As we all know that during the time of Jahangir, painting was at its peak point. So during the time of Shah Jahan, the architecture was at its peak point. He built Taj Mahal. Built in the memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal, it is considered one of the seven wonders of the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. He also constructed Red Fort in Delhi, the Jama Masjid in Delhi, construct in Delhi as a new capital showcasing Mughal architecture. He also construct Jama Masjid. He also construct Moti Masjid, Shalimar Garden in Lahore, and some section of the Agra Fort. Also, Peacock Throne in Delhi was also constructed by the Shah Jahan. He also established Diwan-e Khas Diwan-e Aam in New Delhi. Clear? And the Agra Jama Masjid was built by his daughter Jahan Ara. Next is cultural patronage. He promoted Persian art and culture, patronized literature, poetry, and fine arts, leading to a cultural renaissance. War of succession. He faced a brutal war of succession among his son in the later year of his resign. Reigns. His son Aurangzeb emerged victory, defeating his brother Dara Shikoh, Suja, and Murad. When Aurangzeb basically defeated his brothers, he also impressed Shah Jahan in Agra fort from 1658 till his death 1666. And in Agra fort, Shah Jahan was died in 1666. Death and legacy. In January 22, 1666, he was died in Agra fort. He is buried beside his beloved with Mumtaz Mahal in Taj Mahal. Legacy. Remembered for his grand architectural contribution and peak of Mughal cultural achievement. His reign is often considered the golden age of Mughal architecture, as lots of the Mughal architecture was established during the time of Shah Jahan. The internal strife and war of succession during his later year, however, set the stage for further instability. And after the death of Shah Jahan, his son Aurangzeb became the next ruler. Clear? So these are the important points related to Akbar, Jahangir, and Shah Jahan we have discussed. In the next class, we will discuss about the Aurangzeb and the post-Aurangzeb ruler in Mughal Empire. So I hope you understand this session. Thank you.